Good afternoon guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog. Now on today's video, the weather is terrible. The winds are strong, the weather's horrendous. I'd like to be doing some external work today, but unfortunately that ain't going to happen. So there's a few jobs internally to do. I've got a fuse box to swap out and a few other little bits to do, but whilst the weather's miserable, I thought I'd just give you a quick tour of Oceanstar, which is an Aquastar 38 foot, and it's a 118 Oceanstar, which someone named it Oceanstar. Very original. We never picked the name, so Oceanstar is the name it's going to stay with. I don't like changing names of boats. So yes, this boat's an Aquastar Oceanstar 118. So I'll give you a little tour and have a look around, see what you think. Go and check it out. So here at the helm on Oceanstar, I've just recently installed two Garmin chart plotters, all touchscreen, with the new radar, depth sounder, and of course it's got loads of other multi-function stuff. Now, there's a few things we're going to add to this, because the gauges here are analog. So let's go and have a look at that. So let's get to the dashboard. Yeah, so because we're on the original analog gauges, of course these new Garmin chart plotters have all the features to run electronically, digital, you know, make it all digital. So I am going to, of course, keep the original dials because there's nothing more reliable than just an analog gauge. But I have got a unit that will convert these to NEMA 2000 and then give it an output, so we can then have all the engine displays and all the data here on the chart plotter. So that's going to be another job to do. I've never done it before, so will be making a video on how to do that. It's a learning curve. So the unit here, actually, so let's have a quick look. I've got the unit for that job just here somewhere. Let's have a quick look. Sorry guys, I've just got to dive into a cupboard. I've eventually found the unit I was looking for. So this unit, what I'm going to convert the gauges to, from analogs to NEMA 2000, so we'll get a digital output. It's called a CX5003. Now, it's obviously twin engines, so it's set up for two engines, and it does tachometer, revs per minute, tilt and trim, oil pressure, coolant temperature, rudder indicator, two fuel tanks, fresh water tank, black water tank, and a voltage input. So we'll be attempting in another video to install this, and here's the instructions for it. And of course it looks like there's a bit of calibration got to go on. We're moving some switches around, so that is for a future video and we'll have a look at that. It looks like fun. So moving on. So yeah, once I've done that, that'll bring up all the displays and it'll give me some new features in the Garmin chart plotters, which will be great. Just another little novelty really on a boat. I mean, too many things can go wrong, but unfortunately, this is why I would never remove the analog gauges, which work perfectly, and it's always reliable and always trustworthy. If that unit fails, you know, if that unit was just to stop working, I haven't lost any monitoring, which is great. But installing it will be more of a challenge, so look forward to doing that. So yeah, I've got the original Tri-Data depth sounder on here still, as well as the one on the Garmin stuff, and we've got an old autopilot, which it's very effective, still works very well, so we're going to keep that, and I'm not going to change that because it does exactly what it's meant to do. VHF radio, another latest addition to the boat was the Icom. Oh, I can't really see that, guys. Sorry about that. I'm blinding the screen. Oh, there we go. So we've got the Icom AIS. And this is an Icom MA510TR. Which is a Class B transponder, and it works really, really well, so I quite like that, and that was a good addition to the boat. And of course we've got the old original Clipper wind instrument, which just gives it, as you can see out there, it's a little bit windy out there. So we've got 10 knot winds currently. The boat is moving quite a lot. So stepping on down, coming down the companionway, and then we come to our galley. So obviously the galley's great size. For a 38-foot boat, you know, we've got tons of space here. It's very hard to see on camera because I can't zoom out any further, but it's a good size galley area. And of course it's got a oven, and it has a hidden cooker there, which is great, and some more storage for bits and bobs of stuff, which I've basically got full of kettles and other things. So that's our galley. Bit of a microwave in the corner, coffee machine, which is a must, and of course all the plates and accessories all hidden in various cupboards. So just moving across now, then we've got the dinette, which is great because this is a nice comfortable dinette. I've always liked this table with the, you know, with the compass rose on it, and it folds out to a good size, and it seats, you know, 4 of us around here very comfortably. 5 of us have got the children squeezed in, so which is a great, really great dinette. And what I do like most about the dinette is, of course, that drops down and that makes it into a nice good sized double bed. Now the only thing I don't like about it is, if you've been to sea and you've been running for a while and your engines are hot, the califier that heats the hot water up lives just there. Let's see if we can see that. Oh, somewhere under there is the califier. Let's have a look. There it is. I think you can see that, guys. It's a massive hot water tank. Now that big hot water tank, after running at sea, gets very, very warm. So anyone sleeping on that bed in cold weather, they have the warmest bed in the boat, because that is like red hot after you've had a journey to sea. So yeah, that is definitely the hottest bed in the house if we've been running the boat. So moving on, guys. So that's the dinette, of course, directly opposite the galley. Then we have the steps up into the main saloon area. Let's have a little swing round here. And of course we've got another forward heads with a shower that just basically pulls out from the tap, so you just slide that out and it hooks up there, and then you've got a nice shower, and just put the shower curtain up, and then, you know, it's a good size shower, and it's great without disturbing anyone else in the boat if your berth's here at the dinette or in this front cabin. Now this front cabin's also very deceiving here. I've currently got it made up as a bed with the infills in. And now inside here, without that, of course, you've got 2 singles, but this, believe it or not, is very deceiving on the camera. It's a very, very good sized double bed. And this is where our children seem to want to stay. This is their domain. So it's quite nice for that, for them to be out the way from us. And of course, when we're at anchorage, this is the noisiest room, of course, because this is the noisiest cabin because of the waves slapping against the hull. So the children don't seem to mind, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so moving aft into the main saloon area. Nice little set of steps up. And of course that takes you into our main saloon of the boat, where it's got plenty and ample seating for lots of people. So, I mean, this boat sleeps 7 comfortably, you know. We obviously use that as a bed. Then we have a double where the dinette is, a double at the front. And of course it has an aft cabin in here as well. So yeah, plenty of space, plenty of area, plenty of room, comfort. For travelling guests when we go places. So that's that. And what I do like about this helm seat as well, guys, this helm seat was a great design by Aquastar. It's out the way, look, so there's all the window covers are on, by the way, at the minute. So all the window covers are on because the weather's miserable. I thought we'll just get it covered up for now until we do a next trip. It takes me 2 minutes to get them all back off. So good size wheel, but back to the design from Aquastar. Now this chair is just fantastic. It just slides forward and then locks into position. It's got full adjustment on height, but since I've added the new char plotters, it does need to be a little bit higher for the window nowadays, but because obviously I've now kind of restricted view. If you look at the distance from the top of the window, I have restricted the view out the window, but we have 2 more, so it's not a problem. And sometimes I like running at night anyway, so what do you see at night out the window? Nothing. So yeah, that's a great helm seat. which just folds out the way so you can get in and out access, move it out your way, it locks into position, which I find a really good design. It's not fixed, it's, you know, it's kind of easy to move. And also we have a nice little bar area, so when you bring your friends on board and you want to be a gym palace for the weekend, you've got all your cups and all your glasses and everything else, which I find a great little thing, and obviously plenty of storage for other bits and bobs throughout the boat. So moving on to the aft cabin now, guys. Stay, that's it, locked. So aft cabin, it's my favourite part of the boat, of course. A great size double aft cabin, and for an Aquastar 38, I mean, they're a fantastic aft cabin. I really do like getting into this aft cabin at night when you're on a mooring somewhere and just diving into the bed and just relaxing in comfort in this nice good size double, so which I find really fantastic. And of course it's got its own separate heads and shower, so you're not disturbing any of your friends or any of your crew on board whilst going to the toilet at night at sea. And you've got your own little private area, which also has another shower that just once again pulls out and clicks onto that, and that's that. So that's pretty much the internals of the Aquastar 38 Oceanstar 118. So that's the model. If you look any, oh, we've also got a big TV. Now that TV wasn't there before. We just decided to stick one in here for when we're on the mooring, so we can just get into bed, Netflix and chill, do you know what I mean? So yeah. So that is the internals of the Oceanstar 118. And now of course we've got the flybridge as well at the back, through them doors and onto the flybridge, but unfortunately the weather is that fantastic and it's that nice out there, there ain't a prayer I am going out to video that. But I'm sure you've seen it on some previous videos to see what the flybridge is like. So yes guys, so lots to do. So as we've just talked about, in future jobs to do is to install that NEMA 2000 system to the analog gauges to convert them to digital as another form of prettiness on the screens. I've got a fuse box to replace as well. So there's jobs coming up, so guys stay tuned, and I've also got some very good tips for you as well. So on our next video I'm going to show you a few things that I found was absolutely fantastic and I really would like to share that with you. So stay tuned for the next video when we'll be doing some fuse box installations, having a go at doing some wiring and lots of cabling and lots of stress and anxiety when I start fitting all this lot onto the boat. So please stay tuned for the next video and I'll see you again. Thanks for watching.